Yeah, Cougs opened up the season with a 2-1 win at Seattle. Very competitive game. Seattle's a very good top side this year. Scary Train, we don't have any exhibition games, and that's our first countable game. So we were happy with the result. Wasn't really overly pleased with the performance as expected. You can list different challenges we've all had, both sides. But again, until you play some games, you don't know what you're going to get. So we overcome that. Got a good win against a really good Seattle team, and back at it this week for another good opponent, Eastern Washington.
You said you weren't real happy with the performance, but what were some of the things you pulled out of that you were pleased with, and what are some of the things you've been working on this week to improve?
Well, I think it's just getting our toughness back. I mean, I felt like we got punched around a little bit. Credit Seattle. Again, but that's part of the reason when you have 3 games on your belt and we have none, you get tired of punching each other, your own team each day. So, again, what a great lesson to remind ourselves that, when the game is on, and we can't sit back physically. So to get a win and learn a lesson is a good thing. We got a lot of freshmen in the game. We had a couple of players that didn't play this past weekend, so we got some other minutes out of some other kids. So it's exciting to see our youth grow and see how they handle this in a competitive environment. And, we just got to work, getting more comfortable with the ball right now and getting our rhythm back, getting game ready. I mean, we're not game ready yet, meaning that our fitness is there yet. That's going to come. And, but I thought we had a great Tuesday practice today. So I always say Tuesday sets the table for the weekend. And today was a pretty good practice.
You said you played a bunch of your freshmen, and 2 of those freshmen got immediately involved scoring the first goal at Margie with the header that set up Alyssa for the goal. You talk a little bit about that goal by Alyssa and just seeing the freshmen get into the mix so quickly into their collegiate careers.
We'll start with a great header by Margie. Went to our senior Elise, who headed it on, and then Alyssa. What a great finish! I mean, I'd argue that was that could have been a foul called on her if she didn't score that goal. Thank goodness she did. I won't have to put the officials in that situation, but a great finish by Alyssa. She's composed. She's been one of the most consistent freshmen right now, and you're asking her to go to the forward line with a young group already and to get her first goal in Seattle. Very excited for her, what she's done. And again, I think it all started with Margie there.
That goal, like you're talking about, the goal that came out. How does a player go in so fearlessly to come up with the goal like that and not worry about getting taken out?
She's a goal scorer. It's between the ears, and she just went for it. And Alyssa's quick off the first step. I mean, she's hard to get to. I think the reason the keeper came that quick is she saw the explosion that Alyssa creates. And I mean, you're a goal scorer. You're hungry. It's like a goalkeeper. How do you step in front of the ball? You're not supposed to put your head sometimes where it doesn't belong, and she's not afraid to do that.
And then, as you said, Elise got her head on that to help set it up, and then she ended up coming up with the game winner a little bit later on in a similar type goal, battling for the ball. How important was it for the team, to see Elise get started so quickly now that she's the primary player up top?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, that was a scrappy game. It wasn't a pretty game by both teams. The foul got control a little bit, in my opinion. But that's the last thing you want to do against Elise Bennett, because you got to roll up your sleeves and gut things out. That's who I'm going to put my money on every single time. So it's exactly what happens. A 50-50 loose ball, misclearance by them, and you got this Elise Bennett who's not afraid to go anywhere she don't want to go. I mean, she goes, she presses, and that's an Elise Bennett type goal. So if the game gets a little bit ugly, Elise Bennett to the hero, and that's exactly what happened.
How excited are you to come home, play a little bit different situation, playing in the bubble, at least for the first few games? How big of an adjustment will it be for the team to be playing indoors? And just what does it mean you get your next 4 at home?
It's definitely going to be different, but we don't want to be outside right now with the snow and the cold weather. So we've been training there for a while. We're very thankful we get a chance to play inside now and have a season. And we got a great turf, and Sean Deeds and that crew has done a great job getting the lighting situation together. So yeah, here we go. Home opener here in the bubble, no fans. That's okay. We're excited, and that's all we get. Next 3 at home here. So we want to just take one game at a time and give Eastern everything we got.
Well, what type of game can we expect out of Eastern? What type of team are they? The game at Seattle, you said, the hard-fought one, scrappy, was outdoors, raining, so the field was wet. So a little bit different situation. But what type of team is Eastern, and what can we expect out of the
Great side, great coach in Chad, and they're going to play soccer too. I think the turf inside is going to let both teams play a little bit more. I think it's definitely going to be a physical game as well. It's another bit of a down the road team that is always going to give us fits, and we're going to give them fits too. So I expect a faster game because the surface is going to be cleaner, but I also expect a competitive game, just like any college soccer game is, whether it's Eastern or Seattle or UW. It's going to be a competitive game.
And lastly, kind of going back to that Seattle game, were there any surprises from your team that you didn't see coming? Any pleasant surprises outside of course, the freshman Ellis is scoring, but was there anything that stood out that you were a little bit surprised to see in that first game?
Well, we have a veteran back, so I wouldn't say it's really surprising, but until you're against different type of forwards, we were in complete control of that game in the first half, all the way there right before halftime. I mean, the ball, we were in control. Our backs did a good job of setting tempo. Now, our final third's got to get better. Our possession's got to get better. But I was really impressed with our composure of our back line to get started. I mean, those girls from Seattle, they're good players. I mean, they're definitely good players. Sydney Carr is a Pac-12 level athlete, and she's going to give teams fits all year. So I was really excited about our composure in the back and being able to solve things. And it's a veteran group, and it should be. So it's not really a surprise. But the reality is until you go live, it's going to be a surprise to get started.